Hello and happy, what's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Um, Making a quick video. I was just talking to a long-time friend of mine and just talking about some things, and you come to the point where you realize that, especially as Christians, we too often do things on our own. We too often judge people. We too often condemn folk, even if we don't know that we're doing it. You'll say, oh, that person's living with this man and she's not married and blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that you have noticed the truth. But we tend to forget when we were in that same spot. We tend to forget, so what? It doesn't matter what they're doing right now, because I don't know about your God, but my God is a deliverer, and he will change a situation, and he will come in and show up and show out. Or people to say, oh, this person is gay. All right, yeah, they are. But again, I serve a God who is of deliverance. The point is, we can't just be so quick to condemn. And even if somebody seems to be perfect, like with the whole Kim Davis situation, why are we bringing up how many times she's been married? So what? So what? Okay, yeah, she's had 4 marriages or whatever else. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Okay? Some people are supportive of it. You find Christians who are like, just love everybody. Then you find Christians who are like, no, God hates gays. And then you find people who believe that, God is still writing. God is still doing things, Just our written Bible, our Bible that we can read, ended 2,000 years ago, or was written 2,000 years ago. But we have, that didn't mean that God stopped doing anything. He didn't stop working. So my thing is, we really need to stop condemning people, even for the bad things. Because if we write it down and we say, okay, Kim Davis didn't sign some papers, so what? Does that mean that God's not going to accept her? Does that mean that God's not going to forgive her for that? No. Does that even mean she was wrong? That's not really for us. We are supposed to stand up for righteousness. And what is right is love. Just period. Perfect. Just love. That's what's right. That's what's right. Somebody who, this dad isn't taking care of a child. Okay, when he gets on his knees and repents and asks God for forgiveness, is God going to say no? So why are you so mad at your baby daddy or your ex-husband or whatever else? Why are we mad? God's not mad. Why are we mad? Why are we mad? It's not for us. We can't bring down that punishment. We have laws of the land that you are judged by a jury of your peers for that type of stuff. But this personal stuff, we can't bring any type of punishment. It's not our job. It's not our job. We're supposed to show love, for sure. We're supposed to pay tithes. That's for sure. But that whole condemning and persecuting people for things that we don't agree with, for things that's not right, even for things that we absolutely know is deadly, absolutely know is a sin. It is not for us to judge them. Didn't Jesus say, let he without sin cast the first stone? So why are we always throwing stones at people or at our Christian brothers and sisters? Why? What gives us the right to do it? What gives us the right to do it? So what? You see somebody doing something today, I serve the kind of God that can deliver them that night. So I can't go to them and still judge them on what they did yesterday. I can't. Because I serve the kind of God that will move so fast that before I had the time to say, you this or you that, it's gone. He's been delivered. And I don't know why so many Christians tend to forget that. Why we tend to forget that. You worried about what this person's doing, that person's doing, or what this person says, what that person says, how they act, what they believe in, what kind of lifestyle they have. Why? Why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that? Why? Why are you worried about that? It's not for us to judge. That's not our job. That is not our job. It has never been our job. God has never said, judge this person, or go ahead and do this to this person because whatever. That's not what's supposed to happen. Pray for them. Show love anyway. Ain't we all supposed to be more like Christ? Is that not what he would do? Show love anyway. Maybe you will be that difference. Maybe you will be that one force that causes a positive change in their life. Persecution? Condemning? Banning them? Banishing them? No. When was that correct? When was that the right way? We got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. If you don't like gay people, invite them to your church. Show them love. Try to spend a little more time around them. Because if you covered, you ain't got to worry about it getting on you, right? Fix it. You know somebody who's on drugs? Help them. If God has appointed you to them, you do what you're supposed to do. And no, we're not called to every person in every situation. But I believe in coverings. I believe that I can handle some things and not have to deal with it. I can go into a rehab center and try to be an assistance and be that Christian influence in somebody's life and not worry about getting addicted to whatever drug they used to be on or are still on. You know, you show love. You show love in the midst of adversity. You show love in the midst of it. We're so busy condemning people and judging people. I see stuff on the news all the time, and I try not to even watch it if I can help it, due to the fact that I don't want to condemn these people mentally, you know, and just put that out in the universe. I don't want to do that. The worst of crimes, and it is a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to do. You know, there's some things that I went through, and I remember feeling the same way. I remember saying, you know, blah, 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 this person deserves this, and they deserve that, they deserve this, they deserve... It's not for me to say what they deserve. I mean, and it's tough. It is tough. Even for child molesters and rapists, it is tough. It is not easy as a human being, as a natural person, to continuously think spiritually and think that they deserve the same things that I deserve. But just because their sin is different from mine doesn't mean they don't deserve forgiveness. When Jesus died on the cross, he died for everybody's sins. Not just yours, not just mine, not just heterosexuals. Everybody's sins. We all get the same forgiveness. So remember that. The next time you want to bash or judge or condemn or talk about who's going to do this or who's going to do that or who's going to go to jail, to hell, that's not for you. That's not for you. That's not for you. And while we're sitting here busy doing that, I hope you remember to ask for forgiveness so that you don't end up in the boat that you're putting other people in. So, God forgives, he saves, and we just got to keep growing. Have a happy Wednesday.